Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to Academic Vocabulary and Building. First of all, a present thank to Allah for blessing us. Also, salawat mu'as salam address to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Secondly, I would like to demonstrate you how to use have, has, had in detail. But let me introduce my team first. There is me in the first line, Ahmad Syaikhunnizar, also Salis Safitri and Muhammad Sadam Husein. Okay friends, let's begin into the material. It's important to know how to use the verb to have correctly. But what is the difference between have and has? Read on to find sentences with has and have, as well as to learn the grammar rules that dictate when you should use them. Present tense uses of have and has. Both words are present tense form of the verb to have. The past tense form is had, and the present progressive tense or continuous tense is having. The correct verb conjugation depends on the sentence's point of view. First person, second person, and plural third person conjugation that use the pronouns I, you, we, they require the writer to use have. The same rule applies when a noun or name replaces the pronoun. The next, indicating possession. One meaning of to have is to possess or hold something. There are several ways to use have and has to indicate that a person or noun is in the possession of something. Some examples include Noah and Steve have a bicycle they can lend you. Noah and Steve here shows that the sentence uses plural third person. We have no money left for books. We here shows that the sentence uses plural first person. You don't need another dog. You already have three. You here shows that the sentence uses second person. I don't have time for this. I here shows that the sentence uses first person. They have a beautiful house on the lake. They here shows that the sentence uses plural third person.
And next, singular third person conjunction use has. These pronouns include he, she, and it. Here are some examples of sentences that use has. Angela still has a year left on her car lease. He has chocolate ice cream in the freezer. Charles' roommate has a pet raccoon. She has no idea that they are planning a surprise party. And the next, have and has as modal verbs. When have to or has to shares meaning with must in a sentence, they are used as modal verbs to express mood. This usage influences the subject and compels them to action in a present tense sentence. The grammar rules for various conjunctions are the same as above. For examples, I have to get to school on time, first person. You have to tell me what you know, second person. We have to work together on this project, plural first person. My sister has to stay out of my room, singular third person. Your friends have to go home now, plural third person.
Auxiliary verbs in present perfect tense, also known as helping or linking verbs. Here are some ways to establish the present perfect tense for I, you, we, and they conjugation with have. I have loved running my whole life. You have written a beautiful book. My parents have owned their book since I was born. When the sentences contain a singular third-person perspective, use have. For example, my neighbor has lived next door since last July. She has known about the accident since she saw the news last night. It has been hot in California all month. To create the past perfect tense, use had in place of has or have. Past perfect tense describe a continuous action that is no longer taking place.
Contraction of have. American English reserves most of its have-related contraction for the present perfect tense. The point of view of the sentence, as well as the verb tense, indicate which contraction you should use. Here are some examples of contractions that use the word have. They have taught me how to make ice cream before. Or they have. I should have paid more attention in class. Or I should have. You would have turned right if the navigation had not corrected you. Or you will have. Or you would have. We might have missed the freeway exit. Or we might have. Contraction of has. Has is not as versatile as other forms when it comes to contraction. Check out additional example of ways to use has in a contraction for plural third person nouns in present perfect tense. Harriet is already set the table, or Harriet has. My dad is bought a new car, or my dad has. It's been a difficult year, or it has. She is seen that movie before, or she has. When to use have had and had had. We use have had in the present perfect when the main verb is also have. I'm not feeling well. I have had a headache all day. She has had 3 children in the past 5 years. We have had some problem with our computer system recently. We use had in the past perfect when the main verb is also have. Last weekend, I just wanted to relax because I had a busy week. The director told me he had a meeting with the president. She woke up screaming because she had a bad dream.
Okay guys, thanks a bunch for paying your attention for us. We hope you all guys watch this video until the last second so that you will more understand all of we discuss about. Thanks to Mr. Dr. Haryanto as M.Pd.I M.Hum as our lecturer of this subject. The last we say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.